Sagittarius, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is your reading for the second half of April. Please keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take messages that resonate for you, leave the rest behind. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you guys for all of your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your support. I appreciate that. My lighting's a bit off just because the time of day, the sun and everything, so bear with me. Okay, Sagittarius, what is the energy for the second half of April? General reading, messages for Sag. Ten of Cups. I love this. Wow, nice energy to start with. Five of Wands, not so much. Let's see. It's like everyone's just trying to be happy here. Yeah. Everyone is just trying to be happy. We can't, we can't please everybody in this situation here, Sagittarius. I feel like there's always going to be something that maybe causes conflict, or we just want to get our point across. We just want to be heard. I feel like our emotions want to be heard. I feel like you do have a lot of things here to look forward to. You have a lot of blessings and happiness here. I think that for the most part, it's like I want to say, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get too caught up in, it's like choose your battles. Don't get too caught up in being right. Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy kind of energy? I feel like happiness is the focus here, and just appreciating things are going to improve if there's been a little bit of conflict here, because it passes. We return back to that place where we realize all of the things that you have, and you realize what you really are feeling about a person or a situation here, that you just want to be heard. You'd like your emotions to be felt. There could be a little bit of an apology here. Or there could also be a little bit of like slowly coming around if things are going through maybe a heavier level of conflict. Things slowly come around here to be forgiven and forgotten, working through things. There you go, Ten of Pentacles. A lot of abundance there, a lot of stability for the long term. There's wealth. You got Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Like, you've got a lot of things here that are worth a lot. Tell me more here. Let's see. Two of Swords. Ace of Cups. I don't know. It's like you're second guessing yourself here, Sag. There's new beginnings here. New beginnings in love, maybe with the person that you may have been having conflict with already. There's a new, I'm going to clarify this ace. I feel like you're sort of wondering, questioning or feeling about like, am I in this for the right reason? When you have a conflict, it's kind of like you start to second guess if you're in this for love or you're in this for money kind of thing. Okay, it doesn't have to be those two items, but you know what I mean? Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, like, and you're indecisive about, should I move into something new, or is this going to be the long-term thing for me? Is this someone that's going to stay and I'm going to be happy and in love with? You're questioning, you're conflicted a little bit with the long-term outlook, the long-term happiness with this person. I feel like you sometimes get into a questionable state of mind because you're like, so many things are maybe really good, but when you get into conflict, maybe you don't handle that very well. It's like you start to think the whole thing is affected by a conflict, by a fight, by an argument, whatever this may be. And I feel like for some of you, you have to regrow again the love. Like it's like, I'm not going to give anything or return anything until I get an apology, until somebody acknowledges me, until I'm heard. I want to clarify the Ace of Cups, because this is something that shows a lot of abundance and promise and new beginnings. Is this with a new person, or I don't know? Let's see. Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's that blockage again. It's like there's a blockage there about whether or not you want somebody to come back in or give you the apology. Are you willing to accept it? You're not sure how to make a decision when this situation tries to get remedied. You know, when it tries to start fresh again after some kind of difficult period of time. But I feel like you've been with this person a long time. I don't feel like this is something that's very short yet, It's quite a. It seems like for most of you, there's a length of time that you guys have had here, because there is something that you built. You didn't get this far because you didn't work out with each other. There is a lot of healing. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of stability. But you could be in a place where you're questioning that now. You're feeling like you're guarded all of a sudden towards this. Yeah, Page of Swords. You're questioning things. You're definitely questioning things. You're looking a little deeper into a situation. You're looking for something here. You're questioning it. For some of you, in this could be a little bit of blocked communication. Well, I do see that with Seven of Wands. Yeah, Page of Swords. Blocked communication, like you don't know if you want to continue learning about your situation or discovering new things, taking on the challenges. It's almost like when you get into a conflict, when you get into an argument, you're like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to look into what we have to fix or what we have to address. Or it's almost like it becomes a challenge that you're feeling closed towards. You don't know. That's the thing. I feel like there's this energy, this feeling of like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know the decision I want to make. I'm in this. Yeah, there's a lot of good things in this. I think that you ultimately experienced, and you know, you want the happiness, you want the things that you have a lot of, you've experienced, or you have a lot of things that a lot of people may want. You know, they wish they had what you had, but they don't. You know, you're like, well, when you get into this conflictual side of things and you don't get along, or you have, this is where you're stuck. For some of you, and I mean this in a good way, and I think it's very important, that you have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself as to why you choose or make certain decisions, whether those be whatever that may be, okay? This is like why, you know, question things about yourself rather than just putting up a wall. Well, I'm just guarded. That's just the way I am, or that's just the way this is. And then we block. But like, why are we the way we are? Like, why do we all have our own red flags. We all have our own fears, our own, you know, our own negative attributes or shadow attributes, that we really have to look at why we behave and why we respond in certain ways with people. Why do we second guess? Why do we think that we may not want something just because there was a conflict or because there was a disagreement or something? You know, what is it? You know, it's like the runner and the chaser. Like, why? If you look, you know, self-inquiry, I don't know why I'm getting this, so that you can get clearer on why things are the way they are, why you make certain decisions or why you don't. I'm getting a bit of a crossed arm energy where someone's like, well, how do you feel here, Sagittarius? I don't know. I'm not telling you. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm not sure what I think. It's blocking somebody from inquiring about you or you inquiring about them. Making sure, looking into yourself in terms of, do you really feel emotionally happy just within yourself without external or other people or anything? Do you feel content? Or do you not want somebody to see that or ask you questions? Could be defensive energy a bit. King of Pentacles, okay? A little bit of that stubborn energy. Very fixed. There is somebody here who's a very hard worker, who's making, who brings in a very stable lifestyle or salary, however you want to say that. Could be dealing with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's this male energy with the King of Pentacles that is stuck. Somehow something's not changing. Somehow there's maybe sacrificing themselves at work. Maybe they feel like that's what they do. That's what, and you should be grateful for that. You should be, they're not willing to maybe change. I want to ask about this. This is something about trying to get somebody to see a little bit of a different perspective. Like I said earlier, we just want to be heard. We just want our feelings to be understood. That's why it's kind of like you wait for this person to give you an apology or something before you open up. Yeah, Ace of Swords. See, this person is very stuck on something that you just want communication, you want clarity. This is really about a decision, because you have the Two of Swords, which is indecision. So somebody here is stuck and set in their ways, or they just work all the time, or they keep themselves busy. Although they provide a lot of maybe financial stability, there's communication and sort of the feeling of clarity and making a decision and saying, okay, I know what I want. I know where I'm stuck. I know why I'm stuck. I know where I'm stubborn, why I'm stubborn. I think it's kind of admitting the things that we need to take a look at and address within ourselves or within yourself, your person, your situation. This is about communication and getting clarity, not sort of keeping that to ourselves and then blocking it and saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. We know all the answers and all the truths if we really, really want to. We know we should. We should know the truths behind who we are, spiritually and emotionally. We should get clarity and understand who we are. And some people could be reluctant, or they don't want to look at that, because then it means taking a look at their darker side or taking a look at their faults or owning up to something. So I feel like here, Sag, communication is very important. And I also feel here that the emotions are all there, but they're pent up. They're blocked. They're prevented from flowing. It's like there's a dam in the way of the emotions from flowing through. So they're pooling up and they're growing and growing and growing, but it's not, you're flooding something else. There's something else that's being damaged instead of everybody benefiting or the partnership benefiting. So something is kind of backing up a little bit here. I'm getting like emotional constipation. What a weird thing. Held up, kept up. Never heard of that in my life. Emotional constipation. What the heck is that? I don't know if I just came out with a new term, but I've never heard that in my life. The Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Could be a little bit of controlling energy there, trying to always be in control, trying to manipulate a situation. But I also think that that's about taking ownership for ourselves, being responsible, manning up, womaning up, however you want, to be serious about something, to really be in a committal place. And I think that the potential's there. I think that somebody here works too much or works a lot, and they think that providing the wealth is enough. But I would say the Emperor is very much also in tune with himself or herself, if you want to convert that to a female, being very self-aware, but sometimes using that can be in control of other people. Doesn't like to lose control. All right, Aries there. You know, the only major arcana that you got in your reading here, the most significant energy, was the Hangman, which is stuck, which is things not changing, not just sacrificing yourself. You're working, someone who could be working themselves to the bone, thinking that that's what they provide and bring. Something to do with, you know, wealth equals happiness, and it's not necessarily the case at all. It can be worse for some. Seeing a different perspective here. This is something where, you know, your world could literally be turned upside down here, in a good way, I think. In a good way, if you could come up with the truth and communication and clarity. But it could be turned upside down in another way if you're reliant or only looking at the financial abundance and stability. A decision has to be made. Somebody here has to make a decision, Sag. Get out of the indecisive energy of not knowing or not, what do I, you know, it's a decision. It's kind of like no decision is a decision. It's like not giving somebody the answer, blocking them from knowing what you need to know or knowing what they need to know. Okay, let's get a message for you guys. Wisdom of the Tao. Charge forward. You know your goal and how far you have to travel. Do not allow the interim challenges and difficulties to confuse or delay you. You are on the correct path. Charge forward confidently because the situations, seen or unseen, are in your favor. It's interesting energy because I was kind of saying that earlier, like with the Five of Wands. Like, these are the challenges and difficulties, people, places. These are arguments and people that are just, you know, trying to get their 2 cents in. But they're not really, they're a part of the situation, but they're not really blocking or in the way of your happiness necessarily. I feel like it is an interesting energy about charging forward. And that is also that Emperor energy at the bottom of the deck and the unsticking of the Hangman of being stuck in a situation or not charging forward. So it could be based upon a decision. Do we charge forward in this love, in this new beginning of an Ace of Cups? Do we charge forward? Do we welcome and enjoy and embrace the abundance, both happy or love or money or whatever that is? Or do we not charge forward and sit in this stuck energy? All right, Sagittarius, I hope that helps you guys. Have a great day. Thank you for all your support. I will see you soon. Take care.